from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Brad Robbins ready to get us started. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They put a receiver in motion here left. 3rd and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Buys time, rolling right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. To the outside and complete to Olave. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Second and 10 now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw now. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
This is on target to Christian Watson. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Loves to throw again. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, here's a handoff. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Cade's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie things up at 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. That finds Jacobs, complete. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Packers. Love from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. This is complete to Olave. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints trailing in the early going. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. From the 45 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. Have him gain about a handful there. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Simple dive up the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 2nd and 6 now. Caught in the comeback route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. It's cut right side by Watson. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead just before halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. It is cut left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down Packers. Takes the handoff, now Love. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
A second down throw here for Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll send him over right. First down throw. Here's Love. Brought in right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Thrown on first down, Love. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Back to the line they go. It's second down. The Packers take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that.
Touchdown, Green Bay. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive started from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Olave with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Shaheed coming in motion left. Throwing now on first down. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. Cut out left. Rolling into enemy territory. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Looking up towards the dome, can't bring it in clean! And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback, so no harm, no foul.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
3rd and long for him here. Means on the catch. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They motion a receiver left. Here's the snap on 4th. Launches one deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
To throw here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Finds a man right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
25 yards on the play. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Motion man sent left. Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Shotgun now for Love. Cut by Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Love to throw again. Completed over the middle. It's inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. Has it down close. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Hits the 20. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Saints cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He throws a bullet. Wide open, downfield. Got it! And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. He's going to throw this one. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Well, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Oh, no, they get him yet again!
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board, really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, one more snap to play here. Receiver in motion, going left. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.